Right. We got one more, but we can beat, but that's what that's What a lovely way to start this ICIRR Summit, huh? Come on, you gotta be louder than that. One more time. Welcome, everyone. Good morning. Muy buenos días a todos. My name is Andrea Vivian, and I am from Workers from Justice. And I will be one of your MCs today. Let's give a huge round of applause to the rhythm messengers one more time. Shout out to these amazing Chicago drummers and performers, including ICIRR's very own Esme Monticenos, lead organizer on the cymbals. Thank you to this very talented drumline for kicking off our 2026 ICIRR Summit. And thank you to the Greater Chicago Food Depository for hosting and welcoming us into this space. And let's please give it up for my lovely co-MC, Eddie. Welcome to the 2026 ICIRR Summit and happy Valentine's Day for being here this morning for today's summit. I'm Eddie Rivera and I'm with the Coalition for Spiritual and Public Leadership. This year's summit is all about radical love, resistance, and resilience. You, along with many others, have held the line and responded to this moment through community. We are chipping away ICE and everything it represents. We've proved it in our city halls, in our state capitol, and in our neighborhood streets. And we proved it this week in a landmark ruling where a judge ordered that on Ash Wednesday and beyond, faith leaders can enter Broadview to pray, to minister, and be in solidarity with our detained loved ones. We are the salt of our communities. We bring the salt into the resistance. And we have proved what we have known to be for generations, that when we organize together, makes. So sit with me. Here, we wanted to gather here on the southwest side because it's one of the hardest hit communities by ICE. 26 miles from here, where ICE agents shot and killed Villegas Gonzalez. Releasing terror Our city, suburbs, and state, including Logan Square, Park, the Southeast Side, West Chicago. This year, it's once more to each other and get started. Guys, one more time, can we really hear you? Thank you. With the are awesome. What I expected. I'm Kate Mayer. I'm with the Greater Chicago Food Depository. And I am not certain what I expected the second Saturday in February of 2026 to be. But I'm pretty sure I wasn't expecting the joy and love and vitality that you all have brought into this building and this work. And I am blown away, humbled, and so grateful. So thank you. Thank you for coming to the Food Depository and to this community, Arthur Heights, which we are so proud to be a member of this community and have been since 1984, almost since we were first begun as an organization. And it's great to welcome you here. I will tell you, on a normal Saturday, we would have volunteers, which we have right now. They're looking up, wondering what on earth is going on. Next year, we're going to invite them all to join us. We have a team of people who are pulling food orders. We have our transportation team out on the road. And when I was visiting really briefly with Lawrence just a few minutes ago, he said, wow, this place is so big. For so many years at the Food Depository, we have prided ourselves in our ability to organize and to conquer logistics. There's nobody who can get amazing food safely to people who need it more efficiently and more urgently than the Food Depository can. I am really proud of that, and I'm proud of this team that has worked so hard in the face of so many challenges for our neighbors to make sure that there is food there. But the promise of today, the promise of our mission, is in fact in our partnership with ICIRR, which we are so proud to be a member of. Proud. Because you guys have taught us that organizing means something other than the ability to get food in our truck. You have helped us understand, along with many other amazing partners in this work, including elected officials who I know we have here today, you have helped us understand that the goal is not big warehouses that distribute food out to a network of charitable organizations, though we are proud of that work. The goal is for people to never need to have to go to a food pantry. The goal is justice. Level of organization. And so we are here as partners, we are here as learners. We are committed to this work with you. We are grateful to be here with you. This is a heavy moment for all of us, including our neighbors who face hunger. The work, even before a terrible bill was signed into law, was hard. We have more than 1 million people in Cook County who need to go to a food pantry. And that is messed up. And then a bill got signed into law last July, which dismantles Medicaid and SNAP as we know it. It particularly takes food away from immigrants,
from older adults, from families with children. And we cannot allow that to happen. We believe that food is a basic human right. We believe that the food, we believe that it is not about pounds of food going on trucks, but it is about justice, which is why we are so grateful. It is not just the music and the amazing food and the great company. It is about the movement and about the power that we all have together. And that is why we are so grateful to have you here today. We're so excited. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all your work. And thank you for allowing us to be partners with you in this movement. Thank you so much for that, Kate. Now I would like to introduce State Senator Javier Cervantes. Let's give it up.
Morning, bienvenidos. This is La Resistencia. Welcome to our summit, the ICIRR 2026 summit. This is what democracy looks like. This is see all the community members that come down to Springfield and tell us that we are going to fight back. Esta es la resistencia. We are ready and we're willing and we're ready to do this. When you organize, we mobilize. Cuando nos organizamos, nos movemos para pelear para atrás. Aquí estamos todos listos para pelear para nuestras comunidades. We are ready here to fight for our communities and never give up and never, ever, ever make sure that we are here for our families. So, ¿quién está listo para pelear? ¿Quién está listo para la resistencia? Vamos a ganar. Vamos a proteger a las comunidades. No nos vamos a dejar. En Springfield, porque vamos a pelear duro, vamos a y se vuelvan bienvenidos.
Thank you so much, Senator. Now let's give it up for Rania with the Arab American Action Network.
Hello, everyone. As Bell Hooks teaches us, love is an action, not just a noun. Our unwavering dedication is so transformative. It is the foundation for us to begin to build power. Love, as simple as that is the purest form of resistance and resilience. Radical love gives us the clarity to be bold and fight for more, the clarity to grieve our community members murdered by ICE and CPB, and the kidnapping of our family members, friends, and neighbors. The more clarity to say abolish ICE, and abolish ICE is not just a slogan. There is no room for an entity designed to terrorize, abduct, and kill our community members. We stand on the shoulders of revolutionaries that came before us and owe us a special debt, and we owe a special debt to the Black liberation struggle in the US here, which abolished systems that were entrenched into the very fabric of this country, like slavery and Jim Crow. Resistance. Our radical love in action is the resistance that we've been steadfast about for the last several months, but also for years and years. We know that harm reduction and community care are collective forms of resistance that get us closer to our vision. And we know that's worth fighting for. Resilience. We are resilient across generations. We know that we continue to fight for the country, state, cities, and communities we envision. Not just one where we call out what we're against, but also to advance what we ask.
And those drummers. by the MAGA authoritarian regime. With the continued attacks from Trump, by a bigger and broader alliance, 40th anniversary this year, it's important to remember that was that. One is our greatest superpower, and locally that has afforded us many victories. And so is the rest of the country. Our set of allies across the movement, people in Washington require us to align local, state, and organizing strategies. To abolish ICE will require every one of us to play a role. Now, DHS is currently shut down in large part documentation of our movement. But we know that the country, while cutting people off public benefits and health care, it affects all of us and begs the question of what the role and responsibility of government should be. We're working here to focus on the darkness, and we have not let the darkness stop us from fighting for what's right. Right? We believe that the power of the people is stronger than the people. And we believe that our fight is true and just and right, and we have history on our side. We also know that being right is not enough. We need to organize. While we're all here today with our neighbors, with our allies, and with our friends, please remember that you are not alone. You're part of an ecosystem working together. Ask yourself, who else can you bring into the work? A neighbor, friend, church member, or buddy from the gym? Some things are heavy because they're not meant to be carried alone. So find someone to share the load. Thank you for coming today. If I could challenge you to meet someone new today, you never know where that relationship may take you. And as we move together, as we move forward together in community, that's where the possibilities open up. So are you ready to go? Are you ready to fight? See you out in the streets at City Hall and in Springfield. Thank you. I'll now turn it back to our MC.
Thank you so much. Next, I will American Advancing Justice and Adman from Arab.
Assalamu alaikum. Beautiful. Thank you. My name is Dr. Jones from Arab Community Services. So, here over 60 strong. We know that we hear today recognition of radical law, resistance, us also we also use the time for reflection, for remembrance, and recommitment
To all our collective that was looks like criminal direct services. Shout out to the ICIRR and MAI and our welcoming centers. It looks like deportation defense, the center of rapid response teams, and know your rights has had to grow so much from last year. We are also making demands at all levels, including locally, nationally, at state and county levels. And we are seeing you all in the streets, speaking up and refusing to be ignored. Leaders, we know who we are now. Let's hear who else is in the room.
Thank you so much. Now let me introduce Dylan from Mahanul Family Alliance and Joanna with Mano a Mano.
With Hunnell Family Alliance.
We have elected. When we call your name, please stand.
Begin with Senator Javier Cervantes, who gave us a warm welcome to the state. We're also excited to welcome Senator Selena Villanueva, Senator Robert Peters, Omar Aquino, Senator Ron Villabalu, and Senator Graciela Guzman.
All right, let's give it up for Representative Aaron Ortiz. Representative Alvin Rashid. Let's give it up for leaders. Dagmara. All right, let's hear it for leaders. Edgar Gonzalez. For Representative Kathy Cassidy. All right, round of applause for Representative Unity Mendez. Representative Lindsay Coy. Let's hear it for leader Teresa Mon. All right, and let's welcome Cook County Commissioner Alma Okay. Thank you, Senator Lakeisha Collins, Leader Robin Gable, and Leader Christina staff for being here with us today as well. And also the staff of Congressman Jesus Garcia. Thank you for being here. And let's hear from Regional District 7 School Board Member, Yesenia Lopez. Thank you.
Give it back to our MCs.
Thank you so much. Hello. Love today, but now we can talk to each other about it. So in just a second, I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself to someone new sitting by you. You're going to share 3 things, and you just get a minute because we're already running behind because we have too much energy. So you're going to give your name, where you call home, and what does radical love, resistance, or resilience look like for you in your community. So I'll go first. My name is Andrea. My home is Morgan Grove. And radical love to me looks like helping and protecting every member of my community like they are my own family. All right. Now it's your turn. Ready, set, go. All okay, everyone, let's get go. All right, we have a lot of work we have to do, especially when we get to the 2026 platform. But, clap once if you hear me. Clap twice if you hear me. I like how that works. Community is at the heart of how we build power to make real change. So let's give it up for Consuelo with the enlace, followed by a translation in English.
Hola, buenos días. Mi nombre es Consuelo Osorio y soy promotora de salud de enlace. Estamos en un momento muy vulnerable, ¿verdad? Pero con mucha dificultad para lograr años como líder, compartiendo y educando a nuestra comunidad acerca de servicios y programas para familias inmigrantes. Estoy involucrada porque mi esposo y yo teníamos cobertura médica por el programa HBA, programa parecido a la tarjeta médica para inmigrantes entre 45 a 64 años. Al perder este seguro médico nos afectó mucho. Mi esposo tiene presión alta que cuando tenía HbA podía ir al doctor sin preocupaciones de cobros o cuánto tendría que pagar. Sé que nuestra experiencia no es la única y que muchos sufren lo mismo cada día. He visto un gran número de personas que no saben a dónde ir ni cuidar su salud cuando más necesitan. En un momento donde vemos muchas injusticias y nuestra comunidad tiene miedo de ir al doctor, es aún más importante que todos sepan acerca de sus derechos de salud y cómo luchar para mejorar el sistema de salud designado para ganancias en lugar de las necesidades de atención médica. De atención médica a las personas, independientemente de su origen económico o étnico. Aprendí que todas las personas que no tienen seguro médico y que son de bajos recursos pueden acceder a la ayuda financiera en las salas de emergencia de los hospitales sin importar su estatus migratorio. Para muchos, esto es su única opción. Por esto es que estoy muy contenta que vamos a trabajar este año en el expandir y fortalecer la ayuda financiera en los hospitales. Introducimos la legislación SB 3976 y HB 5390. El propósito de esta legislación es hacer que esta ayuda sea más accesible. Queremos remover barreras para pacientes y hacer que los hospitales rindan cuentas a la comunidad, porque, ojo, los hospitales ahorran millones de dólares al año al no pagar impuestos sobre su propiedad. En cambio, tienen la responsabilidad de servir a la comunidad. Cuando ganemos esta legislación este año, más personas tendrán acceso a salud y no van a esperar hasta que su salud empeore o vayan al cuarto de emergencia. También sabemos que el acceso al seguro está más en riesgo ahora que en los últimos 16 años, con los cortes del Obamacare, el cierre del programa HBIA y los riesgos de HBIS, programa de seguro médico para inmigrantes de tercera edad. Miles y miles de personas en Illinois están en riesgo de vivir sin aseguranza médica. Este año vamos a enfocarnos en mejorar el acceso a cuidado accesible en los hospitales, mientras que elevamos soluciones a largo plazo, pero sumamente urgentes para proveer cuidado médico a cada persona en el estado de Illinois. Así que vamos a luchar hasta que ganemos.
Before I see making translation, we just want to thank Congressman Garcia for joining. All right. So, good morning. My name is Consuelo Osorio, and I am a community health worker with the last program with medical card for go to the doctor worrying about bills or how much you would have to pay. Our experience is not unique. Or how to take care of your health when you need it most. Working to extend and assistance in hospitals. Legislation HB 5390 to make this assistance more accessible. We know that access to insurance is more at risk now than it has been in the past. When it comes to Obamacare, the closure of the HBIA program and threats to HBIS for immigrant seniors, thousands and thousands of people in Illinois are at risk of living without health insurance. We will focus on improving access to affordable care in hospitals, while also advancing long-term solutions to provide medical care to everyone in Illinois.
Muchas gracias, Consuelo. Next, I would like to introduce Louis from Southwest Suburban Immigration Project.
Oh, today, I'm so happy to be along community leaders, along with my favorite, my ICIRR family. And so we know that the past year has been a tough road for us. We know how much work follows this summit. However, the past year has shown us that when we organize, we win. When we organize, we win. When we organize, we win. Cuando organizamos, organizamos. So, it's no different. We will fight for increases to the immigrant services line item, which helps people like myself get financial assistance when paying for DACA renewals and citizenship applications. This year, ICIRR has issued $1 million in DACA and citizenship scholarships to cover USCIS fees to clients who meet the income limits. Give it up. This league has helped over 500,000 people get started on their pathway to become naturalized U.S. citizens through programs like the New Americans Initiative. It has also helped cover 500,000 clients with assistance for applying for public benefits through the Immigrant Families Resource Program. Navigation and citizenship support is an extension of our power. ICIRR's collective vision is for all people to live lives where they are able to thrive and not just survive. And the supports continuously provide hundreds of thousands of people one step closer to making that vision a reality. SSIP was a part of that, and we continue to make that a priority in Illinois. Just to flex, we were able to help over 600 people apply for DACA and citizenship renewals just in FY26, and 250 people helped through IFRP. And so, myself included, I have received the scholarship for the DACA application in 2021, and that took a big weight off my shoulders, so I know how this directly impacts our community. Now, despite my application being in limbo, I am still grateful and empowered that organizations just like yours exist and do the work in our communities.
Thank you so much. Now let's give it up for Adriana with community organizing and family issues, followed by Emily with the English translation.
Gracias a todos, qué bueno verlos aquí. Adriana Carpio, yo soy parte de la organización de COFI, Power by Illinois, y soy copresidenta de la campaña de justicia elemental en el estado de Illinois.
Everyone, my name is Adriana Carpio, and I'm here with Kofi and Power Pack Illinois and representing our elementary justice campaign.
¿Por qué es importante la justicia económica? Para mí es importante porque todos tenemos derecho a tener salud, independientemente de nuestro estatus migratorio.
nuestro color, poner comida en nuestras mesas. Es bien importante también y tener una educación eficiente para nuestros hijos. I believe in justice because I believe that everyone has the right to health, everyone has the right to put food on their table, and everyone is deserving of a quality education regardless of their race or their immigration status. Por eso, los miembros del ICIRR, como Kofi y todos ustedes, las organizaciones, estamos trabajando para lograr que la pobreza sea algo del pasado. Y como dijo Rania, todos tengan la libertad de prosperar y superarnos. So that's why we in Kofi and all of you as ICIRR members are working to make poverty a thing of the past. And as Rania said, we are working for every family to prosper. Hagan ruido, tienen lo que quieren ser para ustedes, su familia y sus comunidades. Esa visión puede ser real, pero es ambiciosa también. Tomará tiempo lograrla y tenemos que dividirla por partes más pequeñas para realizarla. It's possible, but we have to break it down into pieces so that we can achieve it. ¿Cómo se ve esto para nuestra gente en el 2026? Se los voy a decir. Las comunidades trabajadoras han estado en desventaja desde el inicio de esta administración federal. Los ricos obtuvieron enormes recortes en sus impuestos y nos dejaron con menos fondos para que el gobierno cubra las necesidades de la gente. So how are we going to do it in 2026? Working people have been under attack and rich people have gotten more and more cuts, more tax cuts. El dinero sí lo hay, solamente que lo envían y lo desvían para que ICE aterrorice a nuestras comunidades, en vez de invertirlo en servicios esenciales que nuestras comunidades necesitan para sobrevivir. So the money is there, but they put it in the rich people's hands and they used it to invest in ICE instead of important services for our communities. ¿Saben cuánto se invierte en el ICE? 170 billones, ¿verdad? Que son usados para atemorizar a nuestra comunidad. Do you know how much they invested in ICE? $170 billion invested in ICE to terrorize our communities. Y por otro lado, nosotros estamos sufriendo las consecuencias porque ha habido recortes en los programas, como ya dijeron, de SNAP, en los recortes de salud federal, como el ACA, en la educación, y seguimos con muchas listas más. And we're feeling the effects of that in our communities and with all of the cuts to SNAP, to the ACA, to Medicaid, and to education across all of our communities. Todo esto lo podemos lograr si nuestros legisladores y el gobernador Pritzker se ponen a trabajar juntos y sacan los fondos necesarios para nuestra comunidad. Our legislators action together with Governor Pritzker to make sure that we have what we need in order to survive. Ya basta de que las minoritarias y trabajadoras tengan que cubrir estos costos. Tenemos que impulsar que los grandes corporativos y la gente rica paguen los impuestos que deben de pagar. So it's enough, it's long enough that our minority communities have been paying more than their fair share to survive. It's time for corporations and for rich individuals to pay their fair share in taxes so that we have what we need. Vamos a impulsar esta lucha en el presupuesto estatal como parte de la plataforma del ICIRR 2026. Lograr mayores impuestos para las personas con ingresos altos nos acercará más hacia realizar esa visión y nos emociona tomar los pasos necesarios junto con todos ustedes para hacer esa visión una realidad. Make sure that the wealthy pay their fair share so that we can achieve all of these things. Thank you. Thank you so much. Next, can we please give a huge round of applause for Juana Maria from Paso
One suburban action and Nancy to do the English translation. Buenos días. Buenos días, mi nombre es Juana María, estoy representando a Paso. Soy líder y comunidad de mi comunidad. Soy miembro del comité de salud y de la mesa directiva. También formo parte del equipo de respuesta rápida. Me gusta perdón, estoy muy emocionada. En alertar a mis vecinos en la presencia de ICE. He participado en las capacitaciones. Aunque nos hemos capacitado, no estamos totalmente fuera de la perdón. Que las capacitaciones no nos han dado la misma oportunidad para poder soportar todo lo que están pasando nuestros miembros de la comunidad. Hemos visto a nuestros vecinos sufrir, a los que están golpeados, a los asesinados, como por ejemplo el 12 de septiembre que fue asesinado nuestro compañero Silverio Villegas González, que fue una pérdida porque es un ser humano. Me duele. Por los agentes de ICE y CBP. Para nuestra comunidad no se quedó callada, nos movilizamos, exigimos justicia y hoy estamos construyendo la organización. Somos 500 miembros de la respuesta rápida de los suburbios del oeste. Sin embargo, las historias más importantes o más fuertes, los noticieros no lo dan. Sí, todo se queda en el limbo. En el momento que ICE acude a nuestras comunidades, nuestra comunidad se pone a alertar a la demás gente para que no sean ahora secuestrados. Y empiezan a tomar sus cámaras, a tomar sus videos, a usar sus silbatos para usar más poder. Entonces, en ese momento, hay varios gentes que no pueden hacer sus objetivos de poder secuestrar a más gente. Las miles de llamadas de detenciones ilegales fuera de los documentos, de videos y llamadas de teléfonos en la línea familiar de ICIRR, ahora pueden tener una vía para ser liberados de detenciones, videos y estos esfuerzos. Nos negamos a obedecer a ICE cuando entre en nuestras comunidades y esperamos que nuestros oficiales electos también nos ayuden a poder obtener esta resistencia. Después de y hoy hemos tenido cuántos problemas, queremos evitar más problemas de los que ya estamos sufriendo. Hicimos este cambio con la ley de HB 1213. Por eso, con el condado de Cook, debe impedir que ICE entre en nuestras comunidades. Esperamos la respuesta de todos nuestros oficiales, que por favor nos ayuden a obtener esta resistencia para que nosotros tengamos también la misma resistencia por ustedes. Nosotros apoyamos a ustedes y ustedes apóyennos a nosotros. Gracias.
Hi, my name is Juana Maria Lohan. I am here representing Paso. I serve as a leader, a member of the health committee, and also in the executive board. She's also a member of the rapid response, and she's here today to know that when we were fighting back in September, our community came together and fought back, didn't stay backed up. She's also here to alert the legislators to please make the wise decision. That we are here today to urge you that we don't put any more money into ICE.
We want to be here for you, and you got to stand up for them.
And now let's give it up for Laura from Brighton Park Neighborhood Council and Maria Esther with love.
Hi, good morning. I'm Laura from PPSC Brighton Park Neighborhood Council. Thank you for that, Juana. And a key part of resistance is the work that we do to push our elected officials to advance policies that protect our people, reduce harm, and work to chip away at the system of oppression and white supremacy that are based upon our people. We are thrilled to have so many elected officials here with us today to make their commitment towards our priorities in Springfield and in Cook County, official and public. Before I turn it over to my friends from the Latino Organization of the Southwest Palenque, LSNA, and United African Organization to introduce electeds and share their commitments, I want to make it clear what we are asking our electeds to commit to. Elected officials, are you listening? I hear you. Great. You're aware of our platform for this legislative session, and you know that we as ICIRR have ratified as priorities for this year. As we know that you are here to make public commitment to support our priorities, this is amazing and deserves to be uplifted. But this is not the only thing that we have asked you to commit to. We know that as session advances, compromises, negotiations need to be made. We know that we can win a lot this year, but we know that our vision is ambitious and winning everything we seek in one legislative cycle is not an easy task. So there are two things that we have asked from you when we have asked for your support today. Commit to supporting the items on our platform to work with us at your fullest capacity to make these priorities reality. And if we fall short on our legislative goals this session, do you commit to work with ICIRR to strategize on how to continue to advocate and champion for our priorities to try to keep them front and center of the public? I can't hear you.
Oh, hello again. My name is Maria Esther, not Maria, Maria Esther. Okay. So the Constitution begins with three little words. We the people. So today I want to remind you of who the people are. In 1863, Abraham Lincoln said, and I want you to repeat with me, a government of the people. A government by the people. A government for the people. So who has the power? Not the people that we have in power. It's you. And you need to remember that. Don't so today, guys, we have our elected officials here, and they have signed, agreed, and committed to this. Right, guys? Here. So with that, I want to tell you that I truly believe that we can win if we stand united. So we stand united. We stand united. Who is the government? The people. Who is it for? The people. Don't forget that.
Yes, thank you so much. Next, can we please give it up for Juan Pablo from Palenque and Mamadou from United African Organization?
Hello, my name is Juan Pablo, and I am a member of Palenque
We have a lot of elected officials. These are folks that have supporting our platform all year. We're thankful for them. And so we have invited those that have been really successful this veto season. And so we're going to invite just a few of them to come up and share some words. We're going to make them pretty brief because we're getting hangry. So, so thank you for coming, and we'll hear from you very soon.
All right. So let's get started. Thank you. Thank you, Representative Ortiz. Another strong supporter of HB 1213 that helped ensure that I stay out of our early childhood facility and K-12 schools in Illinois. We would like to invite to the stage Representative Lillian Jimenez.
Hola, gracias por invitarme. Thank you for inviting me. I'm here to thank you for all the work you did to make sure that we passed the Safe Schools Act last May. Let's give it up for you for passing it. And I want to thank you for passing the provisions of 1312 to make sure that safe schools are safe schools for everyone. And so we made sure, we went back and we said, we want to make sure the daycare centers and our children are also safe and protected from ICE. So thank you for helping us pass 1312. A lot of work ahead of us because those policies need to be put into place. Tenemos que seguir adelante porque tenemos que ir a todas las escuelas en el estado y los daycare centers para asegurar que esas pólizas son reales, son que se están poniendo en nuestras escuelas porque tenemos que proteger a nuestros estudiantes y nuestros niños. Gracias.
We are going to start with Cook County. And we would like to welcome Commissioner Alma Anaya, who is leading the effort of studying of access to our data from ICE and Cook County level. Please welcome Alma Anaya.
Good morning. How are we doing? I love all the radical love and resistance in the room. Give it up for yourselves. My name is Alma Anaya, Cook County Commissioner. It's with great honor that we continue to fight. One thing we've learned from the first administration of the Trump era was that local and state governments matter, that we will push back and we will win. We have continued to ensure that we do what we have to do locally to protect our community. In Cook County, we are fighting to close the loopholes in some of our sanctuary policies to ensure that ICE has no tact to attack our communities. No technology, no access to personal data. We will continue to do that in Cook County, and I just want to give a big shout out to Madam President Tony Prequico, who has been very supportive, and of course my great colleague Jessica Vasquez, who is helping lead the way to ensure that locally we are fighting the Trump administration and that we're doing everything in our power to ensure that people have access to health care and that ICE does not have access to our information. And together we will win.
Thank you so much. And I'd like this season, we did a lot around keeping ICE out of our public colleges. And so I want to invite Representative Aaron Ortiz to come and speak to that.
Morning, happy Valentine's Day. Thank you to all of you for the love that you have for our comunidades inmigrantes. House Bill 1312 was a powerful response to our federal government's attempt to intimidate our immigrant neighbors and terrorize our communities. As state elected officials, we pushed back of seeing our people getting abducted, harassed, threatened, getting tear gas and flashbangs thrown at us, and even shot. We knew that we needed to use the power that we and all of us have to change the laws to make us safer. A key component of this law that I led was to make sure that public colleges and universities are safe locations for our students and community members to go to. Rather than have their heads slammed against the road, our people have the right to go to class with dignity and respect. Thank you for all of your partnership and your leadership in this fight. And let's get ready to win more protections for our community. Un componente clave de esta ley que lideré fue asegurarse de que los colegios y universidades públicas fueran lugares seguros para que nuestros estudiantes y miembros de la comunidad fueran protegidos. En lugar de tener la cabeza golpeada contra la carretera, nuestra gente tiene derecho a ir a clase con dignidad y respeto. Gracias a todos por su colaboración, liderazgo en esta lucha. Por ustedes pudimos pasar esta ley. And I want to say thank you to ICIRR and for many people in this room who have been leading the fight on one movement that I've been supportive of since day one and even before running for office, and that is the movement to abolish ICE. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Rand. I know where I'm at now. Okay. We reflected on some of the words that you've talked about when nice out of our colleges. And now I want to take us to one of our biggest priorities, right? And that is progressive revenue. And so I want to invite Representative Abdel-Nasser Rashid to come up. Morning, everyone. It's great to be here back at ICIRR. For those who don't know, my first job out of college was at ICIRR, so I feel like I'm right back at ICIRR. Hermanas y hermanos, gracias por estar aquí. Thank you for being here today. My name is Abdel-Nasser Rashid. Mi nombre es Abdel-Nasser Rashid. Estoy representante estatal for the 21st District. And I'm here to tell you, just to take a moment to tell you what our government does have some money for. They have $85 billion for ICE, to rip families apart, to militarize our communities, to put parents in cages who came here para darle una vida mejor a sus hijos, to give their children a better life. They have money for bombs, hundreds of billions for the Pentagon, more than the next 10 countries combined. They have money to send weapons that are killing children in Palestine. Bombs that say made in the USA, falling on hospitals, on schools, on refugee camps. أطفال فلسطين بيستحقوا يعيشوا. Palestinian children. And right here in Illinois, our state has basically embezzled $150 million out of the retirement funds of teachers and nurses and thousands of public servants gone to protect Israel. $150 million taken from our pension funds. But we're told we can't afford healthcare. They have money for billionaires, while working families in our state are choosing between rent and groceries. The top 1% now have more wealth than the entire middle class. The entire middle class. Corporate profits are at record highs, and CEOs are making 285 times their average worker. They get more tax breaks. Now, we know how this game works, but we're here to say no more. We will not be fooled. When we say every person in this state deserves healthcare, nos dicen no hay dinero. They say we can't afford it. When we say every child deserves a fully funded school, no hay dinero. When we say no one should sleep on the street in the richest country on earth, no hay dinero. Well, we're not fools. No somos tontos. I'm here to commit to fighting for a budget. We are going to fight for a budget that we can all be proud of. One that will fund our schools, fund our healthcare, fund housing.
but we're going to have to do it together, side by side. Because let's be clear, they're going to try to pit communities against each other, but la avaricia es el enemigo. Greed is the enemy. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much.
Another progressive revolutionary fighter is leader Teresa Ma. Our state sponsor of billionaire wealth tax bill, which will ensure that billionaire pay a fair share.
Sponsor which would tax the assets of billionaires. So the assets of billionaires continue to grow. It's somewhere in the ballpark of $140 billion. And those assets are currently not taxed and don't go into the coffers that help pay for some of the priority benefits that you and I really want to pass here in Illinois. And so we are going to need your help to go down to Springfield and convince our colleagues that billionaires need to pay their fair share. And this is how we're going to get the money that we need for the ISLI line item, for healthcare, for immigrants, for all the things that make our communities strong. So are you with me? Come on.
My Representative Lindsay LaPointe to talk about the fight.
A social worker. And coming to lunch and ran for office because of my experience doing homeless outreach, working in after-school programs, and doing low-income child care assistance. None of that work was easy then. It's still not easy now. Part of what we have to do is raise the wages for our frontline workers and make it so nobody is turned away from after-school programs and basic care. And what inspired me to even think about running for office 7 years ago is the same relentless inspiration that we are going to take in Illinois to close corporate loopholes. We're going to do it. And I'm going to work with all of you and State Senator Lakeisha Collins. The bill in the House is HB 5125. Illinois has the 8th most regressive tax system in the entire country. So the bottom 20% of households are paying double the percentage of their income than the top 1%. And that is the fancy way of saying that our tax system in Illinois is broken and it is deeply, deeply unfair. That's what we have to change with all of these bills to win progressive revenue. We know that the federal government has quote unquote invested $170 billion in quote unquote immigration enforcement, which is deportation and harm. Our ICE agents are getting $50,000 bonuses while our social workers are barely earning $50,000 a year. So this is the work that we are going to do this year in Springfield together. We are going to end the decoupling fully of our state tax system with our devastating federal tax system. No more tax cuts for the wealthy. We're going to do it.
Thank you, Representative LaPointe. Another way to make sure corporations pay their fair share tax is taxing digital ads. We would like to welcome Senator Robert Peters to talk about our efforts to ensure that big tech and corporate organizations pay their fair share.
You know what? I am so angry
because we are watching tech billionaires make money hand over fist while our communities are under attack. We're being attacked when it comes to ICE. We're being attacked when it comes to our services. And at the same time, tech billionaires, big tech billionaires, are making so much money off of our data. So here in Illinois, I fundamentally believe we need to tax their asses. So we're gonna make sure that when they sell our data, we get that money back to give us the healthcare we deserve, to give us the safety we deserve. We're gonna take the yachts that they want to buy and take it from them and give us the homes we deserve. So I will say that I stand in solidarity with each and every one of us. These tech billionaires do not believe in our shared sense of solidarity. They want to attack us so that they can go to whatever private island and take it from them, and we give it to ourselves. And let's take that.
Let's talk about protecting our data from ICE agents. So I want to invite Senator to come up to share some.
Morning, everyone. Communities are being pushed to live in fear of our neighbors. Ones that are harming us. That's to limit cooperation with us, but nothing if they if public record laws are being used to target profit. Like, will not yo ahora voy a tomar mi minuto en español porque somos latinas y nos gusta el español. Estamos aquí porque nuestras comunidades merecen vivir sin miedo y con dignidad. El proyecto de ley 1995 es una promesa que en Illinois no vamos a recolectar información migratoria innecesaria ni compartir nuestros datos para separar familias. Es una lucha por vigilados, por el derecho a vivir sin temor y por el derecho a llamar a este estado nuestro hogar. Aquí es. Aquí es. Gracias.
And give it up for Senator Bismarck. Want to invite leader Mara, who is chief sponsor for improvement financial assistance.
2 minutes and counting. My name is Dagmara Avelar, and I am the proud representative of the 85th district in the southwest suburb. And I am here not just as a state representative, but I also am here because I know that this is home. This is home. We know that at the federal level, we are seeing so many attacks. We had the big bullshit bill, HR 1, that passed, which is horrible for working families. What they're telling us in Washington is that we are on our own, but we are not Washington. We are Illinois. Sorry, I'm not that tall. We differently. In Illinois, we believe that people, healthcare matters. We believe that communities matter. We believe that families do not have to be torn apart. So I am the proud sponsor of HB 5390 because here in Illinois, what we are saying is that your healthcare matters no matter whether you have insurance or not.
And that is what we're going to be fighting for. We know that in Illinois, we don't just do things because they're the good thing to do, they're the nice thing to do. We are doing the right thing because it is the right thing to do. It's because we believe in radical love. It's because we believe that we got us. It's because we believe that at the end of the day, we are in the right side of history. So with that being said, thank you all so much. And the last thing I'll say is when we pass this bill, I do expect the rhythm messengers to be there as well. So get this done. Thank you so much. Appreciate you all.
Last but not least, I want to introduce Karina Villa.
Thank you to all our speakers. We look forward to continuing to work alongside you and the rest of our elected president throughout the session to turn our priorities into real wins for our community. Thank you.
Communities. Come on, we can do
Once again, my name is, I'm part of Communities United.
Hello, and my name is Olana Sandra, and I'm the Science Associate.
Thank you, Alana. Look at all the level of commitment we got. Today we had 8 senators and 8 reps agree to sign into our platform. That's right, Rosa.
But let's unpack what this means and why this matters. For the bill to become a law in Illinois, it needs to be passed the state house, the state senate, and it needs to be signed by the governor.
That's right.
For the bill to pass, it needs to have 60 votes. How many votes?
60. And for the bill to pass the Senate, we need 30 votes. How many votes? 30. After that, it goes to the governor, where he can approve it by signing it, do nothing, and have it pass automatically or veto it.
If the governor vetoes it, it can be overridden by the Senate with 36 votes and the House with 71 votes. So we need to work together to get 30 votes from the senators and 60 House members and to agree to our priorities. And today, we took an important step with getting 8 senators and 8 House members to agree.
That's right. Right here, right now. Right now, we are going to lay it out. Our next steps as our call to action to get us across the finish line. First, we want everyone, that means everyone, to take out your phones. Take out your phones, please. Wave them in the air. Let me see them. There are 400 of us in this room right now. We're going to do something incredible right now. Let me see those phones. In the next 60 seconds, we are all going to send over 800 emails to our state elected officials, asking them to support our 2026 priorities.
Let's do it all together. You will see a QR code on the screen. Open your cameras and go to the link through the QR code. This will take you to the page that will send your senator and representative an email telling them our priorities.
You also have it in your chairs. As you can see, you can use these barcodes. As we send the emails, when you all are done, raise your phone up in the air and let me hear you yell, done. Let's take a moment. That's a powerful sound. Let me hear it more. We need more.
Amazing. But guess what? We're not done. If each one of us will get 10 of our people to send these emails, by the end of the weekend, there would be an 8,000 emails to go out. Can each one of you commit to try to get 10 friends, family members, or co-workers to send out? Raise your hand if you can try.
As ICIRR members, our organization is also going to lift up this digital action through our network. And we need all organizations here. Let me hear those organizations. Do the same. ICIRR will put out links to help our organization do that. How many of you can commit to getting this digital action out next week through your organization? Come on, I need to hear that noise. That means promoting through social media in real life. Let me hear you make some noise.
Also amazing, but guess what? We're not done. Sending emails is not enough. We need to show up and meet with our legislators in district to get their commitment. And if that doesn't work, we need to show up to Springfield to keep pushing that Yes, like the one we got today.
Yes, that's right. And that's exactly what we're going to do. At least once a month in huge crowds in Springfield throughout this session. Our first Springfield Advocacy Day is February 25th. When? February 25th. Yes, 11 days away from today. We are going to be there. How about you?
We will be there too, and I hope to see you on the bus.
Yes, I will be there.
And we need each one of your organizations to be there. And if you're interested in joining us, please connect with your organization. The registration form has been emailed out. Connect with your organization to join us.
If you're going to plan to come down to Springfield with us this legislative session, let me see you raise your hand. Keep them up. That's what I like to hear. If you cannot go for whatever reason, but we're trying to get someone to go in your place who is not in this room right now, raise your hand as well. This is what I like to see because together, when we fight, we win.
Thank you all for doing this very important part. But guess what? Good news. We're still not done. We're going to turn it to our MCs to let us know what's next. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you guys.